and welcome to this week's edition of Play CCN, which is brought to you by Danfoss. I'm your host, Sandra Rossi, editor of Climate Control News. Danfoss CEO Kim Forsing has called on governments all around the globe to implement energy efficiency policies to mitigate climate change. He said energy efficiency continues to be ignored in the net zero narrative. Speaking at the International Energy Agency's 8th annual conference, Forsing said this is the decade for action. The event was attended by representatives from more than 80 countries, 30 government ministers, 50 CEOs, and more than 650 participants. Global energy efficiency progress reached 2.2% in 2022, twice the average over the past 5 years. But Forsing said this falls short of the 4% that's needed annually from 2020 to 2030 to actually for the world to reach the Paris Agreement climate goals. He said there will be no net zero future without energy efficiency. Okay, and back home in Australia, it seems we've been lagging when it comes to transitioning to low global warming potential refrigerants. This will change in 2024 when the HFC quota will actually begin to bite. Chair of the Australian Refrigerant Wholesalers Association, Greg Brooker, said the biggest problem is our growing bank of R404A, which has a high GWP of around 4,000. Brooker delivered the warning at the Future Gas seminar that was held in Sydney this week. Seminars are continuing throughout the country and tickets are still available for upcoming events in Queensland, the Northern Territory and also in Perth. The Toshiba board has decided to recommend shareholders take up a tender offer from Japan Industrial Partners for a $14 billion buyout to take the conglomerate private. Initially, the board felt the buyout price was too low, but has since decided to support the offer as there are no prospects of a competing bid. The tender offer will be launched in late July. Well, that's it for our headlines this week, which were brought to you by Danfoss. Thank you for watching.